OG, we OG, or no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro? Y'all French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live from the Ordinal Hour, and this one's going to be the best one ever because we are running, guys. We are running. Runes are up. It's ordinals are up, guys. It is absolutely amazing to be in Bitcoin right now. You have dog up 11% on the day. I mean, this is a token that is not small. This is a token that is $830 million in market cap. You got Cypher Genesis sitting at a $40 million market cap. Butoshi is probably sitting on millions of dollars right now. Shout out to all those guys. The Cabal is winning. And that is okay because we are winning too. Shout out to all you guys, man, for tuning in every single day. The show is going to be jam-packed with amazing stuff. So we're going to have Foxy on a little later. They got updates with their game, so it should be fun to check that out. But without further ado, we bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
What's up, man? We are running, bro. What is going on right now?
Yeah, we are running. Bitcoin's running again at 92.5, but the Runes ecosystem, man, like it's the perfect title for today's show. Smart money is flocking over to Runes, and I think it's because these larger entities are realizing that this is going to be a narrative for this cycle, and they're solidifying that, right? And so a lot of this is going to come down to centralized exchange marketing and larger entity marketing for these Bitcoin assets, and I think they're just ramping up for that. So when that happens, we all win over here. So we're getting excited for sure.
So we're seeing millions of dollars poured in, hundreds of millions of dollars poured in. Do you think this is entities or companies or exchanges, or do you think it's actual retail
for Runes?
Like just pouring in money is pouring in right now, and I just don't know where it's coming from.
Are you talking about just Bitcoin in general, or
yeah,
are you talking about the Bitcoin ecosystem? Okay,
well, I mean the runes in general. Like you see, I think passed $2 billion in value. Where is this money?
So I think we're getting some Solana people, some Ethereum, some base people. They're noticing like that the larger entities are discussing this. People are posting that Binance is reviewing, adding $1 billion cat, dog of the moon, and pups to their perps platform, right? And then we already had Kraken announce that 4 days ago they added dog go to the moon. So these are big news drops, right?
Yeah.
And then so I think the larger entities are just getting the people that are kind of already here bullish, and then that's like the first step. You got to get like people outside the Bitcoin ecosystem that are still in crypto over first, and then once we're like heading into the spring, that's when retail comes in, and then like decentralized exchanges, like you want exposure to Bitcoin, check out Bitcoin memes or check out Bitcoin utility tokens. First time to where there's an on-chain economy here, so that's why I think like things are getting revved up here. This is money probably coming from different ecosystems.
Yeah, I agree. And this is a new asset class, right? A lot of people didn't know runes existed until like this month because when things are going down, nobody's really talking about it. You did have, you had some, some early YouTubers talking about it, especially us, but like, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing really big people talk about dog. I mean, in general, right? So runes is really being looked at as, oh wow, I can get in early. Can people still get in early? Do you think at $2 billion ecosystem?
So I do think that there are definitely early opportunity plays still.
Yeah.
You got to look at the brandability, right? So that's why I've been big on $1 Billion Cat. I think that $1 Billion Cat's at 150. That's probably a little bit too high, but you could, if it gets to $1 billion, which its goal is, that's still like what, like a 4x from here, right? A little bit higher, maybe 4.5x. But something like Mr. Yen, something that's been around, that's shown, or like Base Internet Panda, Psycho Hamster, those kind of things, you still let's say that dog gets past $1 billion. We know that it's going there. Then you got, it pulls up pups. Pups starts to try to get towards $1 billion. $1 Billion Cat's going to try to get towards $500 million, right? Then you pull up some of these other ones that don't have as much foundation, like Mr. Yen, Gizmo's probably in there. You got Base Internet Panda, Psycho Hamster. Those have the opportunity, I think, to kind of 10x from where they are now, right? Because if you're looking at like Base Internet Panda, which is 5 to 7 million, it could get to 50 million when everything's running hot, right? So that's where the opportunities, in my opinion, are.
Do you think we ordinals and runes are running right now because Solana? Because Solana is the only thing really running in this entire ecosystem besides runes. I mean, I took a look around yesterday on Ethereum layer 2s, on all these other chains, Algorand and things like that, and it really just seems like the only things really running are Cardano assets, Bitcoin layer 1 assets, and Solana. Do you think Solana is maybe pushing this aspect of memes going nuts, especially the AI agents?
That could be part of the meme part, but I want to show you something real quick that I noticed yesterday, I believe, but I think it's more of what I'm about to show you, and I think we see more of it. So I'm sharing my screen here for the audience. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so this is from Matthew Howell's Barbie, whatever his full name is, but he is a VP at Kraken, right? So he's a VP for growth, VP of growth for Kraken, right? And he said Bitcoin is going much higher. This is a post from 2 days ago. He said the wider Bitcoin ecosystem is going to explode. Bitcoin L2 season will melt faces. Ordinals will have another big run. Runes haven't even gotten started yet. 2025 is going to be litty. So this is from the VP of growth for Kraken, right? So what I anticipate is to see more of this, because what I'm starting to see little bits of is these larger entities, people that represent them, really hyping up the Bitcoin ecosystem, because they realize this is a narrative that is different from previous cycles. So, right. So, and who can benefit the most off of this? It's them, decentralized exchanges, because if you go to layer 1 Bitcoin, it's not flexible. It's not a ton of people are going to, but you can onboard the masses with the centralized exchanges with runes, right? So I think that's what we see first. So
yeah, absolutely love that. I didn't even see that, dude. I'm glad you brought that to my attention, because that just, dude, I got like, as you're reading that, I got a tingle down my spine, dude. I was just like, seriously, it was just like, because everything he said there was just, it was so true, and just off the bat, it's awesome. But let's kind of get on with the show here. We got some Bitcoin stuff to go over. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF options are now live on the Bloomberg terminal. This could really skyrocket the price of Bitcoin, right? You have options now. People can what is it? It's puts, and what's the other one?
Calls are like taking a long, and puts are like taking a short.
So now you're able to do this for the first time ever using the ETFs. What does this do for price action? I mean, we're already seeing kind of a boost now at 92,000, but can this really skyrocket the price into the hundreds?
I think it's going to be more of like a marketing type of play, right? So like, if people that don't want to put $100,000 in the Bitcoin, $200,000 in the Bitcoin, now can put 10,000 to 20,000 on a call option, right? And so, you know, there's going to be like professional traders that do this, and you're looking at a different price point too, and a whole different asset, even though it is Bitcoin ETF, the price point's different, right? So I'm not sure what the price is. I imagine it's probably like in this around $60 per share of the Bitcoin ETF, but yeah, so it gives people exposure that are good at trading options, right? And it is I like options probably better than just regular perps or leverage over here, because you actually get a date that expires, and if it expires, then you lose all of your collateral that you put up. But if you can get out of it before then it's a little different, right? So it's more of, yes, you want to hit a certain price point, but also before a certain date, versus you get liquidated for sure once it hit a price point over here. So, you know, I think this is good for exposure for TradFi guys. And they're probably going to talk really good about Bitcoin if a lot of them are going to get into this. So it's good for the narrative into the bull market.
Yeah, I agree. So it's basically like taking a leveraged play, but without borrowing, right? You're just kind of taking a shot. Basically, you're saying if it hits, I'm good. If it doesn't hit, I lose my collateral.
Yeah, so you are borrowing in a sense, right? Because it's
Okay.
kind of like you putting up smaller collateral, but and the good thing about options is it tells you exactly what you're going to make, and it's by date. So the further
Gotcha.
date that the option expires, the less that you can make, right? So the more
Makes sense.
risk is the shorter time frame, right? So it'd probably be smart to take an option when everything like Bitcoin's going absolutely nuts, and then nobody can stop it, right? But it's going to be more pricey, because also it's like a whole market risk factor in there.
I like this for the fact that we're looking more legit every day. Like Bitcoin, it's basically it's running on the stock exchange, just like how the other other ETFs run now. So this is big in a sense of the old school guys are now seeing Bitcoin as just another asset. So
yeah, I mean, it's pretty much where we're coming around, right? Is like kind of the acceptance of gold into TradFi in the early 2000s is where this is that moment for us, except for it's expedited tremendously. Because if you look at if you stick them next to each other, like Bitcoin's growth for the ETF is just way ahead than where it was compared to the length of time for gold. So
100%. All right, moving to the next thing here. Changpeng Zhao, or CZ, foresees a global race where nations print money to stack Bitcoin, creating their own Bitcoin strategic reserves. This is CZ, one of the smartest people in crypto, coming out here and saying they're going to print money to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, and he's trying to let everybody know, hey, look, be ready for this, right? And I think these kind of statements are okay to make right now, because we know what we're coming into. And so it's just kind of just a confidence booster that CZ is giving the space. And he probably feels a lot more relaxed that he can actually even make these kind of comments right now, So I think it's good for the space of what we're coming into this next year with new regulation and all that stuff. So I'm just hoping that everything goes smooth with that, because I am expecting a huge 2025, man.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think, I do. I see these small countries. I mean, if you're able to print your money, why not just print it and buy Bitcoin, right? I mean, and then eventually no, seriously, and then eventually, let's just say your currency is already over inflated, right? Well, just inflate it to death, and at that point, you have Bitcoin. Whoever's willing to take it.
If you put it in the reserve, then you can actually help it.
It actually gets stronger.
Right? So, so you put it in the reserve, then it's backing your currency. Obviously, that's if you're responsible, because it's like, there's this good strategy that people are using now to create this Bitcoin strategic reserve, and it can help your currency. But if you're constantly just printing and printing and printing, it's not going to work. So that's just more of a foundation fundamental thing that the governments have to get their control over, right? Is not be greedy and not continually inflate your currency, because no matter what, unless you're constantly buying Bitcoin to back it, then that's a little different. I guess
that's my strategy. I would just go to a Bitcoin standard and just inflate my currency to zero and say good luck to everyone who buys it. So, but that's just me. Donald Trump to meet privately with Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and expected to discuss appointments. So this basically is saying Brian Armstrong could become an advisor for President Trump, and I think this would be the number one pick if I was president. I would bring Brian Armstrong on as my #1 crypto advisor to really point me in the right direction on understanding the reasons for decentralization and the reasons for maybe some, not non-decentralization, some centralization, right? So I think this is the perfect person to do so because he obviously is someone who I highly respect, and he's someone who has helped Bitcoin get to where it is today and helped crypto get to where it is today. So what do you think about this? And Brian Armstrong maybe coming on Trump's staff as maybe having a job in the crypto field?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. If you look at the test of time, Coinbase has really proven it. I remember I bought my very first Bitcoin via Coinbase 2013, dude. 2013.
Yeah.
So since 2013, Coinbase has been here and hasn't had any major issues. And they've gotten served a Wells notice, but who hasn't that is successful in our space, right? But they've been able to shoot everything down. And so I think it's because of that, he's proven that he's been in a horrible environment, been able to stay, pretty clean for the most part, right? So
Yeah. Yep, 100%. And I remember the one conference or something back in 2011 when they first came out. They duct taped ledgers under everyone. Or back then it was USBs under everyone's chair, and it was like 70, 80 people in there, and one Bitcoin was in each one. He was basically onboarding these people. It's pretty nuts to see now in 2024 where one Bitcoin is worth $92,000. And I don't know, Brian Armstrong, he did that, right? So he was onboarding people even back then. So it's huge.
yep, gotta hand it to him.
Trump Media and Technology Group is reportedly in talks to buy crypto platform Bakkt. I never heard of this, but it's a $100 million company. Trump Media, they're basically when Twitter and Facebook banned Trump, because that's what they did. They banned him from their social media platforms. He created his own. And now his social media platform is not really needed now that we have X and Elon's running it. Now they want to become a crypto company. Do you think it's a good move or bad move for Trump Media?
Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about this because he obviously has been in business his entire life, right? And his family is most likely going to be overseeing all this, right? Because he has a bigger job the next 4 years. So I don't really know how to comment on this, because it is, is this something that his son is managing? I would feel probably more comfortable with that rather than him. But at the end of the day, they're always going to use his name, right? Because that is their family's name. So I'm okay with it as long as he's not like, getting too deep into it himself. And it's more of like the family running it in the background.
Yeah. This is definitely something Don Jr. He's been talking about Bitcoin really good for a while now. So this is probably definitely something that he's kind of pushing for. And with Twitter now being this censorless machine that I love, there's no reason for Trump to have a media company. So they have to pivot to something, otherwise they're going to lose. So and then investors are going to lose a lot of money too. So I think this is the only thing they can do, really, especially they got to do something. So I think this is big.
I agree with that, because they already have a lot of they're public with that company, so they definitely need to pivot with that. So
I was wrong yesterday. I said Nvidia was reporting yesterday, but I was wrong. It is actually tomorrow after close of the stock exchange, which is 4 p.m. Eastern time. So Nvidia is scheduled to release their third quarter earnings on Wednesday, November 20th, 2024, after the market closes. I think this is a huge catalyst for crypto, and I really feel like this is a huge catalyst for all markets. Do you think this is actually going to change the direction of Bitcoin? Let's just say if they have a bad earning report.
I think and change the direction for them because they lost that second number 2 spot, right? Apple leapfrogged them, but yeah, I do think that it's going to be impactful on how they do, and possibly they can take that second spot back. But AI is obviously this huge narrative that I think a lot of people thought was going to fade off in the crypto space, but we're starting to see that it's actually making a very strong comeback. And so I think Nvidia is really, paving the way for their future, kind of creating their own success at this point. And I do think that they need to figure out how they're going to, carve out a space in the crypto industry. And they're probably already planned that out. They're just waiting to release their plans on that.
Yeah. I'm going to force you to put your entire portfolio on this bet here. Are you going to take a yes or no on the fact that Nvidia A has Bitcoin on their books, or B, they potentially could take Bitcoin as payment for their services? Would you say yes or no? You got to put everything. You're all in on this answer.
I would say that it would be no. Yeah, well, I mean, I think A and B probably no right now. So I think that they might
one or
have
the other. They could do one or
yeah.
the other.
So, and it might not even be that they have Bitcoin right now, but I do think that that's going to be a question that comes across their board. You know, that those two industries are starting to like really intertwine, and you know, you that's an opportunity for them, and I think they have to realize that, and they're smart people there, so they do realize that. They're probably just discussing how are they going to approach this.
So tomorrow, they're gonna say the word Bitcoin or no?
Man, that's a tough one. If I were to go all in, I would say no, just because I feel like that is such a powerful statement, right? When you say that, especially after like during an earnings meeting, right? I think it would be more of an announcement outside of like the chaos of an earnings announcement, right?
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go to the other side. I think they do report they have Bitcoin on their balance sheet tomorrow, and then eventually maybe next month come out and say they're going to take Bitcoin as payments. I just have a feeling. I just feel like we're going to get our Tesla moment here, or maybe that's just me hopeful, but I feel like it's coming.
If that happens, what does Bitcoin go to tomorrow?
100 right off the bat. 101, 102.
Think so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think we get over the 100 mark pretty easily. Yeah. Hawkinson says, I'm hiring a dedicated person to make Cardano the dominant platform on Bitcoin DeFi. You just had the guy from Kraken come out and say Bitcoin layer 2s are going to take off. Cardano is kind of putting themselves in that Bitcoin layer 2 basket there. Can Cardano really become a Bitcoin layer 2?
Well, from a technical perspective, it can't. But like from what all these other layer 2s are doing, yeah, it can definitely join that party, right? Look, they've been getting a lot of, I don't want to say hype because, well, hype and also just people buying into them lately, and a lot of it has to do with the Bitcoin news, the fact that they are partnering with Bitcoin OS, or Bitcoin OS is partnering with Fluid tokens and probably Maestro as well to build this interoperable bridge between Cardano and Bitcoin. We just saw Fluid announce that you're going to be able to stake ADA from your Bitcoin wallet, you know, on Cardano. So a lot of this interoperability, I think Cardano could be like leading the way for UTXO chains and Bitcoin. It's going to be very interesting because there's no OpCat on Bitcoin. So how are they going to do this? But they're saying that they have the answers, and OpCat will just make it even easier once that comes.
Yeah, and we're gonna have Bitcoin OS on the show on Friday. It'll be a pre-recorded, so it'll probably be out on Sunday. But can they do that? Can they make Cardano a layer 2?
We're about to find out, because, you know, Bitcoin OS has made a lot of claims in terms of, hey, look, you know, they've partnered with Merlin Chain, they're partnering with Cardano, I don't know if they're looking to do anything with Solana, but they're looking to be this interoperable solution to a pain point that exists. And I think even more on the Cardano side, the reason why Charles is so happy is because they really couldn't find their footing of where they belonged, right? You know, they were this proof of stake UTXO network chain that developed their own script, similar to, you know, S script type Bitcoin type script, right? But you know, it took them a while to get there, and they just couldn't create like the on-chain demand. And once this announcement happened at the Cardano conference, it seems like Charles is really happy and feels like they're starting to find their footing of where they belong in this entire crypto ecosystem. And you know, I don't have like strong feelings either way towards Charles or Cardano, right? I think that they're making the right moves here. But I am kind of, I guess, happy because he's been a major figure in the space for quite a long time. And, you know, kind of happy for him to have this success. We'll see.
I mean, OG ETH founder, right? Didn't like the direction they were going, got fired / left, and then started his own. And then he chose UTXO over Solidity, over what Ethereum is. So he took the hard route. he didn't go easy and say, I'll just fork Ethereum, but he actually went the harder route of actually trying to build and use UTXOs. And I respect that. I never did before. After talking to some really amazing developers like Raul and other people in the Bitcoin space, I realized how hard it is to build on Bitcoin and build on UTXOs in general, to where I really respect him taking that chance and kind of understanding why it has taken Cardano so long for on-chain development.
Yeah, and some of the stories they told us was it was not easy at all to build on Cardano with the first language that was rolled out. It was, matter of fact, it was very difficult, is what we were hearing. And so not only, you know, the founder and Charles, but also all these developers that dedicated themselves to building on Cardano went through like the trials and tribulations, kind of, you know, going through the valley, and now they're starting to see some of the benefits of all their hard work kind of come out on the other end. So I'm happy for that. You know, we've developed a strong relationship with the CTO of Fluid, and so, you know, I'll tell you, man, like I don't think there's anybody that works as hard as him, or, you know, I will say this, yeah, he's like one of the hardest working people in the Bitcoin ecosystem, and what he's been able to do with these staking vaults is amazing on layer one with block lock technology and block height, you know, type of staking. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There's going to be a lot of big things coming between Cardano and Bitcoin.
I couldn't agree more. Let's jump into the Bitcoin fear and greed. So last Tuesday it was an 80. Yesterday was an 83. Today is shockingly green to me. It is way higher than I thought it was. That is my hint for you, my
87.
friend. Dude, right there, 90.
Okay.
90.
Wow. Even
So
higher.
isn't that shocking? That's shocking.
It's a little shocking, but you know, the crazy thing is that Bitcoin has really bounced back and forth, literally from 89,000 to 92.5, and right now we're sitting at 92.6. So you know, we haven't. I don't think we've cracked 90. Did we crack 93 in the past couple of days? Let's see. The last time we cracked 93
No.
was on the 13th. So that, yeah, so we haven't cracked 93, but it looks like it wants, like it's like saying, oh, you're saying we didn't crack 93. Okay, let me hold my beer because it looks like it's heading there right now.
Somebody's taking some option calls. What do you think?
Well, I don't know about that, but
all right, let's get into the Bitcoin price action brought to you guys by BitPerp. BitPerp's going to be the leading leverage trading platform in all of the Bitcoin ecosystem. They're going to be huge, guys, because you're going to be able to take your runes, you're going to take $1 Billion Cat, your dog go to the moon, your pups, and you're going to be able to take leverage on them if you choose to do so. They will give you every opportunity to long to the moon or short to zero. It is completely up to you. Using BitPerp, you're going to be able to do a lot more. And right now, they just ended their first paper trading competition. There's 3 winners have won, so stay close to their Twitter for the announcement. But now, potentially, they're going to be getting ready for the next one. They're going to be making all their adjustments, making the platform more smoother and stronger. So definitely looking forward to reopening the paper trading competition. And just so you guys know, they're shooting for early next year to go live on mainnet for BitLayer, was it B squared, Bionics, right? Bionic, and then is it Bionic? Botonics. I'll never get that right. Botonics.
You need to get a sticky paper and write Botonics on your screen.
Botonics. Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to that with BitPerp.
Yes. And then also, guys, if you didn't win, you weren't in the top 3, don't worry. They are doing a raffle for anybody that made a transaction on a new wallet during testnet, and you have a chance to win 5,000 BTP. But before we get into the Bitcoin price action, as always, I'm going to ask you guys on the YouTube side to smash that like for us. It helps a ton. And to subscribe if you're not subscribed to our channel. Turn the notifications on so you know when we go live. It's important to do that heading into this bull market, guys. We covered the Bitcoin ecosystem is the largest narrative heading into the cycle. And then on the X side, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like as well and share this space so we can educate as many people as possible. So let's get into some Bitcoin price action here. I'm going to start with the hour chart as I always do. And you can see Bitcoin is trying to get a little frisky here. We're showing 92,600 is where the price is on the hour chart. You can see we kind of developed this this uptrend, kind of a pull here. Then it went sideways. It didn't do typically what a bull flag would do, which would be kind of coming down and then pop up, I guess, depending on how you see this. But I see more of like consolidation here and then pop up. But hey, it ended up acting like how a bull flag does. And so that's gotten us to where we are right now. And you can see here on the MACD, we have been in buy pressure since about 4 a.m. this morning. So looking pretty decent there. Looked like we were about to get out of that. And then bam, we bounced back up and decided, hey, we wanted to stay up here in the buy pressure zone. So on the stochastic RSI, same thing. We were looking like we were trying to head back down to the sell pressure or oversold area, but decided not to. We weren't done. So with that being said, though, this could last a little bit longer. Maybe we break 93,000, but like I said, we have been a little bit overextended here in stochastics as well as the MACD. So, maybe we crack 93,000 again, and then we start to head back down. So it's something that I would be careful on. I'm not taking a long on this at all right now. I'm just kind of sitting in the back. I want to see if that $96,000 price point does play out, and then bam, we jumped to 80, 84, 85,000. And I think it's too risky right now to see what happens, because sometimes they'll fall short of 90, the goal, and then you'll just head down before. So second half of today, probably, maybe crack that $93,000 mark, but I don't really see too much higher there. And then on the 8-hour chart, it looks like we are starting to weakening the sell pressure here. So we have been in sell pressure and oversold for quite a long time, since 4 days ago here on the 8-hour chart. And so we could kind of break out of this sell pressure very, very soon. It looks like it here is lightening up here. But if we do hit kind of that target goal and then head back down, this could kind of do what it did on the hour chart, except for opposite. Instead of buy pressure, it opens back up for a stronger sell pressure. So that's about a week and a half out. So we're talking about around Thanksgiving time, I would say. But so far, not looking too bad, but we shall see. But that is what I see for the second half of today and possibly the next week there.
Yeah, so bullish, right? I would say.
Semi bullish, right? I think overall we're all in like a bullish sentiment in general. But you have to remember that these are businesses, like the leverage, the centralized exchange leverage, and perpetual futures contracts and stuff like that, right? So even though we are starting to get into this up only type of energy, they're going to try to get as much as they can, right? So you always got to be careful.
I feel like TA always kind of brings me back to center, right? I'm always like optimistic or bullish, and then you see the TA, and it's like, yes, long term, I have every right to be bullish. Short term, you got to be prepared for pretty much everything, every aspect, because these guys can suck liquidity out, or they can provide a crap ton more if they choose to do so. So I think that is the one thing that we have to pay attention to. Short term, we can go up or down. Long term, up only.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get into the roll call here. Appreciate every single one of you guys, man. I know last night something happened to where all the comments got deleted, but the earliest comment is looking like 7:30 a.m. I apologize. I gotta start throwing you guys back in the graveyard. But we did have a funny comment by No. I'll get into that in a second. But I gotta call out my man here, number one, Nighthawk UXL, the guy. He's out there in California driving around doing Uber in the middle of the night, and then he shows up to our show every single day. We appreciate you, Nighthawk. We appreciate you being part of our community, man. And I'm gonna make you a mod. I think he deserves a mod, right? Give Nighthawk a mod.
I think so.
I want to make you a mod, my friend. Thank you so much.
We'll ask him if he wants to be one.
Yeah, we'll ask
You're working for us.
You work for me. Nah. I appreciate you, Nighthawk. Thank you, sir. And then we got my man No in that second spot. Please send Nighthawk to the graveyard. I love the comment. I absolutely love the comment here. No is a G. Shout out to No with his Nuki. Almost done 71 is in the building. Shout out to you, my friend. Ordinals Chips is here, and then his partner in crime, Ordinals Tweets, is Shizzy and Smart Piece. I never understand what you're trying to say,
but it's always
you,
positive. We know it's always
it
positive, right? It's like that guy is never negative. I love it.
Shout out to you, my friend. Mempool Punk is here. I love that name. Shout out to you. Always here, man. Appreciate you. Speedy is here. Chief Axel is here. Shout out to you. Patty Pooh, the Bitcoin machine himself. Yasher, our #1 mod. We always appreciate Yasher. And he's always has a amazing comment. Greetings, lovely people. Greetings to you, my friend. Patty Pooh says, Smith AI agent. First rune I aped into in a while. Thoughts, Yagobi?
Yeah, honestly, I was like, okay, I don't know if this is going to play out well because, you have Cypher Genesis, which was really the original. It is the original AI play over here at 40 million. But then, like, I saw the what was it, Smith AI agent? Okay, so I might have got that a little bit confused from Skynet Neural AI. That's what I'm saying. There's like so many now.
So many.
Yeah, Satoshi AI Komodo, but I'm rooting for Smith AI agent. Where are we at? Okay, $500,000. Not too bad. Not too bad of a start.
Yeah. Shout out to Smitty. And then we have Pawan. My cat is too OP. Shout out to that guy's cat. Pelpa is here. Crypto Bitso is here. Shout out to you, Chain Watcher. Sixes is always here. And Nagi every single day, my friend.
Okay.
He said Patty Boo comes in and says, Smith agent, 1,000x play. Good luck, man, because 1,000x's are really hard to hit in this.
Off of $500,000? Woo, that'd be so $500,000. That's half a billion, so $500 million market cap.
It's huge. It's possible. We got Mr. Sheedy. That's our man right there. What's up, fam? We're talking about you today, Sheedy. Chain Watcher's here. Ant-Man is here. Joko is here. Choda is here. Shout out to Choda. He says BRC runes the moon. Sorry, BTC runes the moon. I Walk Alone is here. Trade is here. Patrick Nand is in the building. Another one of our mods here. Tim Baker, AODR. Are we pumping? I think so. I think we're gonna start pumping really soon. Here, it's the GM guys. Can you explain ADA pools in the fluid tokens? So that's something that we're going to be looking into. Into Friday, to Fluid Friday. I'm gonna try to get Raul to come in with us, and we'll actually get into that because I did see you can now, like vote on chain using your Bitcoin wallet or something like some. We're gonna look into it for sure. Yasher is here. Rick G says Skynet Neural AI. It looks like Rick G is playing in the AI games on Runes.
Yeah. That's the second most successful one so far. So
yep. And we got Pelpa, Steamy J, Kamal is here. He said hi. He said the company is the reason the mining industry exists. So no, it's the reason what they could do without Nvidia GPU processors. So you can't mine Bitcoin with Nvidia right now, but if they come out with a machine that allows you to, that could be huge for them. So the Ethereum miners is what really gave Nvidia the push. So.
Wait,
yeah,
so
I think
in the Nvidia original GPUs weren't Bitcoin, like they didn't create any for Bitcoin.
Ethereum.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yasher says I think Fractal Bitcoin has the best opportunity to become the layer 2 for Bitcoin. Yeah, I think so too. I just feel like they got to figure out a way for people to hold that damn token. Otherwise, it's not going to be looked at least for another 2 years until they're having. But Happy Homer says, whatever happened between Shizzy and Francis, the story is there. But I respect you, Shizzy, for your support and for his project. We are all Satoshi end of the day. Yeah, me and Francis are good. We're on good terms. We had a little beef, but then the beef is settled. And I wish him the best of luck with Stats Farm. I'm going to be participating, and I'm probably going to be picking up some cat. We're going to talk about that later. Psyop cat, yeah. We'll talk about that a little later. I have that on the docket for today. Cash Cats is here. Cal L is here. Batsui is here. I hope I say your name right. Please, if I don't, please correct me. Batasai. Lackey Lukey is here. Green Man is here. Mark, he says, am I late? It's game time. Shout out to Mark. So we're gonna have the launch punks on tomorrow, right? For a little while.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get them. They'll probably jump in a little bit earlier because they want, they have the spooky launch that started kind of midway through yesterday, and their platform is amazing. So we'll have them on for about 15-20 minutes tomorrow and let them kind of showcase you guys. If you have any questions for them, we'll let you guys ask during that time.
Hell yeah. And then we have Pelpa again, and then Sammy Turnpike right down the street. Shout out to Sammy Turnpike as my guy right there. But that's the roll call for today, guys. Really appreciate every single one of you guys, man. I feel like there's a lot of people here. Shout out to all you guys, man. 238 people tuning in right now. We appreciate every single one of you guys.
Absolutely.
All right. let's get into this. Kind of got into it a little bit in the beginning, but I kind of want to push on it a little further. The Runes protocol just hit a new all-time high of 2 billion in total value stored. How big is this for our ecosystem?
It's big. It's big because this is kind of what people that were big on runes before expected, but they expected it earlier. And now it's like, if it didn't happen this time, it wasn't going to happen. You know, it's like, so I think what is coming to fruition is the narrative that fungible tokens on Bitcoin are going to be big this cycle, and assets on Bitcoin in general, the entire Bitcoin ecosystem, really. But again, you know, I kind of beat this like a drum earlier. It's the larger entities that are really going to have success by pushing the narrative as well on a retail level. And it's an easy sell. Hey, look, you don't have exposure to Bitcoin. You want a Bitcoin meme coin? I mean, like, what is that? Well, all the other meme coins are on Solana or Ethereum, but like, this is the premium chain. That's an easy sell to the public, right? So I think that's what's happening here, and they're all coming together, and I think they're going to blow this narrative out of the water.
100%. Like, the only better than a meme coin is a meme coin on Bitcoin, right? So, and that's kind of what everyone's saying right now. So, Runes seem to be that top protocol. Something, you know, we've been calling on the show forever ago. I remember the first time we had Sam Sage on. He came on and he's like, "What are you guys bullish on?" And I was like, "Runes," and he had no idea what it was, right? And we were talking about that. You know, I want to say December, January of last year and this year. But I mean, we were ready for it, and we knew that it would come back. I mean, my debate with Francis, BRC20s versus Runes, I feel like I've won that debate now, proving that I was right and he was wrong. Because the next thing here is Runes have overtaken BRC20s to become the #1 fungible token standard on Bitcoin. This was something that we both saw coming. Are you kind of shocked that it happened so quickly?
It took a lot. It took a lot to do this. So let's not give credit where credit is due for the BRC20 ecosystem. And I think that a lot of that had to do with Ordi and Sats being listed on Binance, and you know, the perps platforms and every other, you know, other than like Coinbase, right? And so I think Ordi and Sats really pushed that market cap up to a point to where it was really hard to overcome it. And we have reached a day that it has happened, and it has happened without any of these runes getting listed on a spot tier 1 exchange. So imagine what happens once they do get listed on you know, a tier 1 spot exchange, right? So that's when I think everything goes absolutely nuts. I think Doggo to the Moon actually blows past the $1 billion market cap, and I think it actually starts to compete and do better than some of these other memes on Solana. I know that's saying a lot, but when you have the network of centralized exchanges, the tier 1s pushing this narrative, it's over. It's game time. You're talking about Doge again now, you know, so.
No, 100%. I couldn't agree more. And you know, a big reason for the pump here is OKX, dog perp futures trading is live. I mean, Kraken, and then you've seen these other exchanges, and now OKX. OKX is #3 exchange in value behind Coinbase and Binance. This is absolutely massive. Congratulations to all dog holders. You guys deserve this. But Yagobi, my question for you, and it's kind of a bet that I've been taking, is when will Doggo to the Moon be listed on a tier 1 SEX by the end of 2024?
Oh man, I'm leaning towards yes now.
Yeah.
Originally, I was leaning towards no, and I thought no was a pretty easy answer here, but and I think a lot of people agreed with me initially, and still do, because I think it's what, $1.47 to take the no side on BetBTC.win. Yeah,
It's super. Yeah. So every, where is it? It's not letting me kind of see this now.
Little dog
It
right
was over
there.
here.
Below.
You saw it?
Yeah, if you go back to the market, yeah, there it is. So every dollar for every 43 cents on yes, you get $1.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, I've been actually kind of, I might be the reason why this is at 23%, because I've been going a little hard on this. Because I mean, you see, there's $4,500 in this pool right here, and betting no gets you a lot more of that pool than betting. I'm sorry, betting yes, a lot more of the pool than betting no right here. So I don't know. I think this is an easy bet. I do think they get listed. I think they get listed really soon. I think it's going to be I think it's gonna be November. I think it's gonna be the next 11 days. You're gonna see one of the top ones, whether that's OKX, Kraken, or another one, maybe Bybit, maybe come in and potentially list this thing.
So is Bybit considered tier 1 now?
Yes, Bybit is. I consider the top 5 being Coinbase number 1, Binance number 2, OKX number 3, Bybit being that number 4. And I would say, the top 5 are tier 1s.
Yeah, I mean, Bybit does volume, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, like, I didn't think Bybit was as big as it was until, and it might have not been until the cycle, or like, heading into this bull run. But you'll always see, like, if you go back to the previous bull runs, there's always one or two new centralized exchanges that make a splash, and Bybit might be that one. OKX is kind of that one, but OKX started, I would say, probably like in 2023 to make that big splash. So you got OKX and Bybit being big. Yeah. I think it happens too. I think it happens before January 1st, 2025. And good on Leo, man. I gotta say this. Look, there's so many memes that you can create about Leo. Just like we joke, take little jabs here. Like he's panhandling to the centralized exchanges. It's like people might make fun of me all the time, but it's all fun and games, right? But at the end of the day, you got to give him credit. The guy is consistent. He did not give up on the community. He didn't have to do that. He could have completely refocused on or.io only and some collections. Now he would have got a lot of crap probably, but still, like, he didn't have to do it, and he continually does it still to this day. Run spaces, even though the spaces lost like attendance, but I think that's going to soon reverse as well as Runes becomes like that leading narrative heading into the spring of 2025.
Yeah, I agree. We talked to someone yesterday. We had a backroom conversation with somebody, and they said they knew Leo back in 2021 when he was just this guy who talked about NFTs all the time, and they were all waiting for Leo to drop his collection. They're like, when is he going to drop a collection? When is he going to drop a collection? And Leo never did. And then he eventually pivoted to Ordinals. He was one of the early ones. I mean, he was here before us, which is saying a lot because we were here pretty early. He was the leading spaces, right? So, and then he dropped a meme coin. And this is absolutely huge because he is not a meme coin guy. He is an NFT guy, but he did it anyway. And that could be because he's building or.io, to your point, and he wants it to be very successful. And how do you do that? You make yourself well known in a space and you start $1 billion meme coin. So shout out to Leo, man. 100%. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much upside for Leo in terms of that's going to come because we know that Dog's already successful. It's going to be much more successful. So he's going to be remembered as the guy behind Dog now, right? Yeah. So 5 years down the road, he's going to be a main figure in crypto, and I think that he kind of placed his bets on that. And he put all his eggs in that basket, and I think he's going to see the rewards of that. He's going to be invited to everywhere. He's going to be like paid to guest speak at conferences and all these types of things. So congrats to him so far, because I know that he's going to reach the goals that he's had for Dog and Runes.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Shout out to Leo again. Let's get to the next thing here. Psyop cap market cap came out at 3.2 million. Francis and team are saying no, this is pre-market, which is total BS. On I'm going to call them out on it because it's trading and it has never gotten below 3.2 million. Right now it's sitting at 4.9 million. So it's easy because the $1 billion tokens. So just take these numbers here to 00 and then 4 or 9. So it's trading at a $4.9 million market cap. If you hold BRC20s or if you hold bitmaps, check your Fractal wallet on that same wallet that has those bitmaps in there on layer 1, but check it on Fractal. You'll probably have an airdrop in there and you can list it. It's looking like each airdrop right now is about $32. Francis is coming out and saying that they're going to be putting this on DotSwap at $70,000 market cap. Guys, this is going to get botted so quick. You will never, ever, ever have the chance to get this token at $70,000. Don't let them fool you. I love Francis, but he's just trying to market it, right? He's trying to market it at 70,000.
So is it
2 million, 3 million?
Should people not try?
I mean, what's the point? You're going to get.
Well,
botted.
I mean, I think it doesn't matter though. Like, think about this, right? So it's trading at, let's say, $4 million on this
4.5 million now. Yeah.
Okay, $5 million on a crappy way to do things, like still the old way, right?
I mean, this is
So
the way
if
we
you
do
take
runes. How's that crappy?
yeah,
This is the same way we do runes.
just what? I mean, that's the reason why there wasn't like Solana degens over there like 6 months ago. But whenever you have like Coinbase, Kraken, everybody pushing that narrative, the retail people can buy it, right? So that's what the difference there. But my point that I'm about to make is this: why not? Like, I think people should take a chance. Take a chance at, like, even if it is 70 million, right? Or 70,000, sorry, it starts off there. It's going to be botted. You still have a solid chance at getting it under 200,000, you know, if you're going to do a swap. If you're going to do a swap, yeah, like MEV is going to happen, but like you're going to be able to get it under like a certain...
with 10
You think
grand.
it's going to jump all the way to like 10 million? No way. Like if you do...
I think it drops to 2 million really quick off a $10,000 buy. Because it's all about, so every dollar that jumps up drastically, right? Because it's just 70,000.
So it does because of circulation. It does.
You're going to drop to 1.7 with 10
but
grand.
you have to remember though that they're also putting the circulation out there too, in terms of the market cap. So I don't know. This is going to be tricky on how it works, but I think 100%. You know, I'm going to throw a couple $100 at it when it opens. You know, and if I catch it below 500,000 and it gets to 5 million, that's a 10x. That's a 10x. So to me, I think it's worth it throwing a couple $100 at it. But that's just me.
I'm gonna try, but you're not gonna get it. These bots are quick. They're dressed. I'm telling you, dude. This isn't our first time playing with bots, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know how the bots are gonna work on DotSwap. Honestly,
and you got to remember too. So it's a mempool, right? And someone's gonna front run your transaction anyway. So even if you do get it, you're probably gonna get front ran.
Unless they have some sort of protection.
Not that.
Well, also you're talking.
I've got front ran on CAD.
What is it? 30-second blocks, right?
Yeah,
30-second blocks. So it's much different than like a 10-minute block. I'm
Not
just
for a
saying
bot.
it's much different.
Yeah.
It's much different than a 10-minute block. So I would say this. Like I said, you know, I'm throwing a couple $100 at it. I'm not telling you guys what to do. Y'all are all adults, but I'm one of these optimistic people where someone tells me I can't do something, I'm gonna try 10 times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Now it depends on what the consequences are. Of course, I'm not gonna be a dummy and keep losing like thousands of dollars 10 times in a row. But you know, I'm gonna try to figure it out. So
we're also the same guys that will lose our mint and then try to mint the next one, and then lose our mint and then try to mint the next one, right? So, and we've played this game before, Yagobi.
I stopped minting a lot. I stopped minting a lot.
Exactly.
But that's
my whole point with this.
But that was 10-minute blocks. That's different.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I just think that but this isn't a mint though, because you'll get your Bitcoin back, so you have nothing to lose really, because it's not a mint like the mints we usually. It was 100% pre-mined, and they're putting 20%, 80% was airdropped, 20% was put into this liquidity pool. Well, not yet. It's not on there yet, unless I check DotSwap. Maybe it is, but and that's the thing too. Is like Francis said he's going to do it live, so we're gonna break DotSwap. Like that
is one thing I think. That's one thing I think can happen. Is like, you know, they're probably prepping for it, right? I imagine they are. So let's see how much they prep though. You know, because I wonder how big, you know, how overloaded their servers are going to be. But they probably upgraded their servers to the point to where they know that this is going to happen, right? But hey, look,
but they're not
I think
Amazon. They're DotSwap. Yeah, they can't handle that traffic.
I mean, they probably know that they need to upgrade, and they probably did. I mean, I think they did. But I think at the end of the day, it's like, look, this is coming to fruition, right? What he talked about, being able to do Psyop cat, you know, whether it was 10 days late, whatever, you know, it's still there. And I'm excited to see what happens here, because this is the first pump fund style platform in the Bitcoin ecosystem, and Fractal Bitcoin is a part of the Bitcoin ecosystem. It definitely is. But yeah, I'm excited to see when he does it live, because I'm gonna try to throw a couple $100 at it.
Let me ask you this: is it fair? Let's just say this gets to $7 million tomorrow. Is it fair for Francis to say, "Oh yeah, it was 100x. Some people got 100x on that"? Is that fair to say? I don't think it is. I think if it's sitting at $7 million market cap, I think it'll be fair to say the people who got in at 3 million got a 1x.
Well, 1 point something, right? So
yeah,
3 times. Yeah. So
I mean, it wouldn't be fair for him to come out and say this was 100x at 7 million, because it's not. Nobody's gonna have the opportunity.
Well, I mean, we're gonna see. We're gonna see, because it's definitely not going to be what the market cap is here. on the swap to start with. But we're going to see what the opportunity is going to look like. We're going to see what the opportunity is going to look like, because I think it depends on that. I can't answer you that until that happens. Then obviously I can answer you, because if, like, let's say there's like 50 people that get in at like below $500,000. I'm just saying, like, if there is, then they can say that they got that, right? But you know, there's only look, at the end of the day, this game of crypto, there's only a certain amount of people that can win big on certain things too. So you got to remember that.
$10,000 takes it to like 300, like 400,000. $20,000 takes it to potentially 700,000. You know, $30,000 takes it to $1 million. And I think that's easy. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about throwing like $4,000 in, right? So it's like, and that's just me. Imagine the people out there with big money who are like, I want to get in at 100K.
But there's a lot of people that, you know, are going to try to shoot for like 200 to 500, because to them, they don't want to risk that chance at $4,000, and then it does jump up to like, you know, $2 million real quick, and that's what their buy was, right? So you know, I think there's going to be more, a lot more smaller buys than you think, but we'll see.
I'm going to call this coming out at 3.2 million, because Francis is the guy who says, you know, the airdrop with Dog was not a, you know, not a success, because, you know, it started at like a $300 million market cap or whatever it was. This came out at 3.2. It's the same exact thing as Dog. Same exact thing as Dog.
The difference is that Dog didn't have a liquidity pool in the beginning, but I agree that you can partially use that.
Psyop doesn't have a liquidity pool in the beginning.
But they will though. Like, that's the point.
Well, Dog will then too. Dog has one
within the launch time frame, bro. You can't count
it
like
launched
9 months
yesterday.
You can't count 9 months down the line to like a 24-hour period, bro. Come on.
This launched yesterday.
I think that, like,
it's out.
I think
3.2 million.
I think people can use the argument about the airdrop for sure, but there is a different twist to this, because there is going to be a liquidity pool, which is almost kind of, in a sense, a separate launch. In a sense, a separate launch for it's a separate launch for some people, the botters. It's a separate launch for them.
Yeah, for the bots, you're gonna get in, put 20K, and then dump it on everyone's head.
But so my point that I'm trying to make to you is, it is a separate launch. I say so.
Yep. The airdrop, 80% airdrop was absolutely amazing. Congratulations to everyone who got $30. You know, for your bitmaps are probably worth $30. So that's pretty big. And but the people who think they can get in at this second launch, which I think is total bullshit, I think you guys are gonna get dumped on by some bots. And we'll see what happens. But 3.2 million is it's a fair number to come out at. But I don't want to hear that this is a 30x, because it's not.
Yeah, I think we got to see. I think we got to see what happens with the swap there, and see how it is. But I mean, I do think that the swap is going to jump up quick. I do think that. So
in the first,
regardless, I'm hoping that some people can get in, you know, super early. I'm rooting for you guys, and I might try, like I said, to throw a couple $100 at it. At the end of the day, probably worst case scenario is getting close to where the you know, the current cap marketplace is for market cap. That was probably a bad idea, though. Probably should have done the liquidity pool first, and then the airdrop, to kind of set the stage for the liquidity pool. But I think the problem is that, like, you can't, you know, put liquidity in there, and then we're like, how are people going to buy it? You know what I mean? Because you have to, No, I'm saying, like,
or
I understand that, like, but the market cap's going to jump up so high before the airdrop.
Yeah,
like extremely high
for the airdroppers, and then the airdroppers come in and they dump it down.
He doesn't want everybody to dump the token down. It's going to be so hard to get the market cap up after that.
I think it's still going to be hard to get the market cap up, especially when the bots dump.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see.
One last thing before we get into the Foxy. This is pretty big. Merlin Starter is buying bitmap tokens from secondary over on Merlin and issuing these tokens for 50% off. Everybody who has M Star or Merl can try for this IDO. So guys, check out Merlin Starter if you guys want 50% off bitmap tokens. I came to the conclusion why Jeff and why Merlin Starter is doing this. They want to get the bitmap token into more hands. So I think Jeff's probably taking the loss on this, or Merlin Starter. or just the Merlin ecosystem in general, to get the Merlin the Merlin bitmap token into many hands as possible. So I do think this gets listed on maybe not a tier 1 exchange first, but I definitely think this gets listed on an exchange, and I think that this is what it's all about. Do you think I'm right?
Probably partially, but if you look at the market cap right now, it's at $140 million market cap, so it's doing well as is. So, but you know, I do think that this is a great marketing approach to kind of give more exposure and knowledge to what the bitmap token is. Like I said, this bitmap token, I expect it to succeed, get to $500 million market cap, $1 billion market cap. It will automatically create demand for bitmaps on layer 1, and maybe that bridge gets opened back up, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. All right, let's get into this. Guy is bullish on Foxy. He's Bitcoin Foxes for the win. I agree. Foxy is that Bitcoin Fox. I know that's not what he means, but that's what I mean. So shout out to Foxy. I'm gonna bring him up.
Yep, let's do it.
Get rid of this. All right. Bring up Aaron and bring up Wade from Foxy. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, guys.
Not much. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Thank you.
We were hanging with you guys this morning. You guys let us test. That's the best part about being partners with Foxy, you guys. We get to play their game when there's no one else in it. We were running around with lightsabers and sniper rifles. It was so much fun. What can you guys tell us about these amazing updates?
Yeah, man. We're super excited about this big update because it's been a big one, man. You know, we took a little longer than we were hoping to, but it's really worth it. The UI is really smooth now. You can actually join the game really well now. We've done a lot of things on the back end as well to have. Actually, I was confirming with the devs today, and you know, they said we can have up to 100 players now. So, yeah, man. So we're super excited. The game looks much better. Just the gameplay of it really looks like, you know, a top grade game, and we're just really excited about everything and how it's being developed, and everything's just, you know, coming together, guys. We're just really happy for that.
Awesome. And we have a video that we're going to show of you know, the updated version of the game, so you guys can kind of see pretty cool things. We have a little extra thing in there for y'all to see too from our side with the collab we have with Foxy. But before we do that, could you talk about what you guys have been up to lately, you know, for the community that has been following Foxy and the Tap ecosystem? You know, I know you guys have been busy with your bit miners. Obviously you have a collab with us with the Satoshi silencer, and then but there's some other things that you guys are working on. I feel like you guys are constantly like building. So if you could kind of maybe update the audience on what you guys have been up to.
So what I can share right now is, of course, you know, the game updates that we've done. We've added a new boss. We've added to the game the lightsaber. That's going to be a block drop for everyone who owns a bit miner. We've added in the game as well the sniper rifles, which are dope, man. Like I really truly enjoy being able to shoot like a 50 caliber at something and it just dies instantly. So that's going to be really fun in the game. When there's like 40 people or so, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, man, we've done a lot of improvements in game. The movements have been awesome now. You're actually able to switch your view as well, so you can have that first-person view or a third-person view. I personally prefer the third-person view. Yeah, Clan Wars is coming along. Everything is ready to go. We're gonna put some announcements out today or tomorrow about our next game. So we're gonna be giving out some prizes, and it's probably gonna be this weekend. So if it's going to be a team deathmatch, or it's just going to be a normal Clan Wars, or if it's going to be a normal deathmatch, we'll let everyone here know. BitMiners is going great. We gave away those the Cosmics rewards in the last pool, and this next one right here is going to be for the Ultra Mythic. So that's coming soon. We're gonna not sure if I can announce it, but there are going to be some ghostly tokens in there, and there's going to be some other awesome tokens, you know, for those holders of the Ultra Mythic. So the bit miners are awesome. People are really enjoying that. Constantly making some fixes on everything. That's going to be forever. You know, there's always going to be something to adjust and tweak. You know, that's game or that's going to be in the bit miners. Yeah, we've got a lot of things that are developing on the back end. I don't know how much I can share on this, but Wade, if you wish to share any further developments that we're doing, man, which is a lot of stuff, go ahead.
Yeah, there is an Android version coming along. It will be also
Yep.
released really soon.
So, Android mobile version of the first-person shooter game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and 100%,
And
like you
then
said, Aaron. Go ahead.
and then after that, the creator world utilizing the bitmap.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Gotcha. So after the Android game, you're creating the creator world, basically allowing users to create your own world with a bitmap. Is that how it will work? Or
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
If you have a
Yeah.
bitmap, you can use the resources that are going to be given to you daily. It's going to be gamified, right? You're going to be getting a quantity of resources to build on your bitmap. If you do own a bit miner, you're going to get the good amounts of resources that you'll actually be able to use. So you'll have a lot more to build per day. Let's say if you have a miner, yeah, you'll be able to place a miner on your bitmap. There's a lot of cool things you can do, and if you work closely with the Foxy team, you can actually build your own mini game on your bitmap. So
yeah, so that's what I was thinking about. So the objectives of the creator world is to first and foremost for people to kind of have fun and create a world on their bitmap using Foxy's tools, right?
Yes.
But there's another objective that users can have, and that's to attract users to your bitmap. Right, and so you create your bitmap with tools. Maybe you put like live streaming on there or whatever you do. But you can create almost like a business in a sense if it gets really robust. Is that correct? No.
It is.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Go ahead, Wade.
Yeah. Yes. It's correct.
So basically, you can like if you're a noob like me, you just create like a little normal game, right? If you're a dev or if you don't know anything actually about creating a game, then you speak directly with us, and we'll give you that privilege of us being able to help you out and work out with your team to create your own version of the game. I'll give you an example. Would be, for example, the Bit Avatars from Bitmap Studios, right? They're creating a boxing game. So we're helping them out to create on their bitmap a boxing game. So there are a few other projects that are interested in doing this as well. There's like some racing game that wants to build something as well. So you can create your own environment, simply, if you're just a normal gamer, you create your own little environment just to play around, roam around in, right? Now, if you want to make your own game where you can actually add some assets and things like that, you can actually sell in game, you can do that as well, just working with us.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I had an idea. Can I do like capture the flag with me and Yagobi, where he puts an asset on his side, I put an asset on my side, and whoever captures the other person's asset wins?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sure. You can.
I don't want to take
Anything
your
is
money,
possible.
man. You already have. I don't want to make you sad and take all your assets, man. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I really love this approach, kind of an open source builder type of situation in the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? So I can't wait to see Bit Avatars boxing game, and then people will feel more confident, once they start to see these kind of mini worlds build out. But one thing I do want to highlight is that, guys, like for the bitmap community, I'm pretty sure they're really like just cheering this on, because the one thing that I really love about Foxy is that you guys aren't like so tribal when it comes to like the asset standards and stuff, so for example, you guys utilize bitmaps for sure, you guys utilize DMT, you guys utilize BRC 420 and Bitcoin, of course, right? And then you build in the tap ecosystem. So for me, I feel like other builders should use this as an example to, hey, look, what Foxy's doing is kind of opening their arms to the entire Bitcoin ecosystem, and that's how it should be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. Like, there's a lot of great things everywhere. It's not just like this is it and that's it, right? Everyone has a creative idea, and if we can utilize it, then we're going to. So yeah, 100%. That's basically it.
All right, well, I'm ready to show this video if you guys are ready, and I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Absolutely.
So, all right, guys, this is a kind of a little preview of what the Foxy Clan Wars game update looks like. So let me share this and then see if y'all can see my screen here, and I will press play. All right, volume's about to come in. Oh, he's showing everybody his dots. I'm just kidding.
Well, this is login. It's pretty.
Shizzy always Shizzy always pulls that off, and I was just like, they can't.
I'm
see
not
what
showing
it's
my
actually-
dots, man.
So the UI has had a great
Yeah.
improvement, as you guys notice.
Yep, 100%. Aesthetics looks way better. UI in general looks better. You can select an avatar if you want to upload your
Ooh.
avatar to give your profile some personalization. You can do so. You can see the earnings that you've earned. So, by the way, you earn points, which are B Foxy, and you'll be able to turn those into rewards later.
Right. You can select your clan.
Yep. Here's the clans here. You see Ordinal Revolution. Shout out to our clan. You got Block Runners, Yokai Avengers, Bitmap Emporium.
I feel like we're jamming out.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, he's
just
just trying to show an example. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
dang, he just dissed us. Okay. All right. I'll play along.
So here you can
So
actually
there's-
pick. Yeah, there you go. The clan
Two
wars
different
or
modes.
the normal. Exactly. Yeah. So basically, clan wars is like you're gonna be with your clan. So it's like team deathmatch almost, right? And then the normal Bitverse one is just the normal. You're by yourself. All versus all. Just a
Battle
normal deathmatch.
Royale.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, we dropped in.
What's that up there? Oh,
Oh,
little branding here.
In the sprint, it's a little laggy, but in the game, it's really smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the slide, the Fortnite slide there. Or I should say the Foxy slide.
The Fox. Oh,
I hate those things.
you were having such an issue with them this morning. It was so great.
I know.
They were chasing only him. It was funny.
There's Gary.
So I know that you guys have had multiple partnerships. Will you be able to select a different actual character?
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna be adding other avatars to the game as well. So people are gonna be able to switch from different
Oh, what is
avatars.
that? Satoshi Silencer Orange Edition.
Ooh.
So this is the
Separate slide.
partnership that we have with Foxy. If you have an Ordinal Revolution OG pass, you will eventually get one of these. And I guess they don't kill people though.
They don't kill Gary.
Oh, they do, but he has a lot of health.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an updated Gary.
Oh,
So the
it's
second
the
Gary is a
ultimate-
little tougher
Gary
than the
does
first
not
one.
Look at that lightsaber here. That's pretty dope. So Bitminer holders, you will be able to claim a lightsaber soon.
But the sniper rifle is a one-hit kill in game. If you hit him in the leg, it's your kills instantly. And the lightsaber as well.
That's awesome. So yeah, definitely love the updates. And for the people that played in the most recent version of the Clan Wars game, there was a different view. It was more of a Call of Duty view, and that still exists. You can toggle back and forth from this view, which is more like a Fortnite view, versus like a Call of Duty.
Yeah, we've got a lot of plans, man, for in the future here for other things on this game as well, like leveling up your character. We're gonna make it like a slight RPG style as well. We'll be adding another
there's
environment
the
to-
other view right here.
Yep.
So pretty cool. I'm gonna bring it down, but yeah. So that's pretty much the updates right there, right? Is there anything else
Yes.
on?
That's
Okay,
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
gotcha. Awesome. Definitely loved playing this morning, and also, you know, seeing the updates here. You know, that I think it's important for the community to see what has been updated. You see Bitmap Studios coming in. They say bullish on Foxy. We can't wait to see the boxing game that you guys have ready for them as well. So be excited about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun too. So basically, with their game is just you're gonna be having boxing gloves. You're gonna be able to switch different avatars and things like that. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be a fun game for them.
Yep. So the B Foxy, could you explain a little bit more on what people are going to be able to do with that? in the future, or
Yeah.
you want to hold off on that? Okay, go ahead.
No, we can explain. Sure. Basically, the Bitfoxes that you are mining in the Bitminer or you're earning in game, you're gonna be able to use in game. There's gonna be many things you can use it for. You can use it for upgrading your Bitminers, so that way they they don't go in maintenance so quickly. You'll be able to use it for in-game items in the future. Maybe perhaps like armor, extra health. It's gonna be a pretty good little flywheel effect, right? People are going to be able to use it in many use cases with the Foxy token itself, in game and purchasing assets in the marketplace as well that we're going to be coming out here soon.
Awesome.
Anything else I missed, Wade?
No.
Okay.
Wade must be in charge of tech, and he's the CTO.
Yes.
He's the guy behind the strings that puts all of the Legos together. So
he's the guy that gets pissed off every time I have an idea and it's very complicated.
Exactly.
Always.
Yep. We have the pleasure of, obviously Foxy is a partner of ours, so we're meeting with them every week, just talking about, what the updates are and stuff. So it's been a pleasure, working with Ordi and you, Aaron, of course, and the entire team. So yeah, we appreciate you guys jumping on with us and updating the community. So we are planning for either a stream. It's either going to be a member stream this Saturday, or we're going to figure it out. Shizzy and I were talking actually right after we jumped out of the meeting with you guys. We want to, make sure that it's really smooth. But Saturday morning we will be playing the game, and the plan is to have some of our clan members as well in. But we will update you on our brand account as well as the Foxy account. I'm sure we'll update you guys as well before Saturday morning. So just stay tuned on X to see that update, and maybe you guys can join us.
Yeah, man. Sounds great. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Good.
Awesome. All right, guys.
Thank
We'll
you very
talk
much.
soon.
Talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Dude, that looks so much fun, dude. It really does. I can't wait to just every day go in, and then potentially my Bitminer is on my map. I go in, I maybe do a boxing game for a little bit, earn some Foxy, and it really could open up a lot of opportunity to people who like to play to earn, right? It could really open that up. I mean, this could be the next Axie, where third world countries are using this game to kind of live off the revenue. Yeah, dude. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, well, I think it'd be more fun once they partner up with a predictions market or something, to where a new feature comes with bet with friends or something like that, to where 4 people can kind of bet 2-on-2 or something like that, and then that's kind of like the capture the flag idea that you have, right? So I think that's coming, and it's funny because we talked about how some of this Bitcoin ecosystem is really starting to connect with each other in terms of Bitcoin OS working with Cardano, and then Bitcoin OS working with Merlin, and those are totally 2 separate parts. And I think Foxy's ecosystem is going to start coming together too. It might just be for example, the clan wars now, but that's going to connect with Bitverse as well as connect with the miners, and all of it's going to connect with the builders economy as well. We're just in due time.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. It's going to be fun, and it's really cool. These are another one of the builders from Tap Tuesday who took advantage of every opportunity to come on, and they partnered with us, and because I mean we're gamers. We both big on Fortnite and stuff like that, so we definitely see this opportunity come in, and we weren't stupid. I mean, last cycle the metaverse was the biggest thing, right? And we do think that could potentially come back, and Foxy could lead the charge, especially in the Bitcoin ecosystem for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely built the most in terms of the metaverse and game wise over here. They've been here for a very long time, and we've known them for a while. So I think that's pretty much it. That wraps up our show.
Market update.
Do we got some time? Yeah, I think we got some time. Yep.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. We got nothing really else. So let's take a look at what is going on. Let's kind of show people. So let's go to the 7-day by volume.
Can you
we got
zoom in a little bit.
Sure.
If you press hold control down and then do your thing, but if you can't, there you go. Yep.
So we got Dog Go to the Moon on a 7-day up 94%, dude. 94% in a week is $400 million.
This
is insane. This is an insane amount of money coming in on Dog Go to the Moon. This is wild. So
yeah, I think we knew that once it did run that it was going to run hard, right?
Yeah.
And so it just needed some of this. I would say like solidifying its existence by larger entities, and that's happening now, right? I do not expect Dog not to get past $1 billion market cap before 2025. I think it gets past it pretty easy.
I mean, that's what 8% from right now. I mean,
I know. I know. Well, I mean,
just,
the thing is we've seen these numbers like once or
Yeah.
twice before, I think, and we haven't seen it get past these numbers, but I think it
Yeah.
happens this time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really do. Cypher Genesis, I mean, we talked about this already, but congratulations, Butoshi. You are officially a millionaire because we know that you hold a bag, bro, a bag. But up 370%. I mean, he put in the work, right? So yeah,
I was about to say he earned it.
He definitely earned it.
He
I
earned
wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying he is probably sitting on. I mean, I would say he's sitting on at least $2 million, give or
I mean,
take.
I don't know. That's all speculative, but like I'll say this: I had an argument with Satoshi AI X account for about like 30 minutes back and forth, and I was like, I know Butoshi's behind this because of his answers, the way he's answering me.
Yeah.
And then
Yep,
I
yep.
saw Udi posted something, and then that same account, like I was like, you talking different to Udi than you were talking to me.
Yeah. And I don't think that technology is there yet to have your AI talk on Twitter yet, right? I don't think it's.
It's probably there,
but
I don't know.
Yeah, $1 billion cat up 9%. I for some reason, dude, this is huge. I thought this was way higher than 9%, or was it high last week and kind of came down? $1 billion cat.
So, are you looking at 7-day?
Yeah, I'm always on a 7-day.
Yeah. So, no, that's about right. So it went up last week to I think like 138 or something, and
Gotcha.
so that's why. And I think the highest it got this time around was 153 or something. But
Gotcha.
there's a lot of upside there.
Yep. Gizmo down 4% on the week. This is shocking to me. Why do you think Gizmo is down when all these other ones are up?
Because the main when the main three are up, Gizmo's not usually up. Gizmo kind of goes up on its own, and I don't want to say this, but come on, let's be real. Like there's some puppet action propping up Gizmo, right? So puppets can't be super up and Gizmo super up right now, maybe down the line when there's more people that come in, but not right now. So I think that's why and look, Gizmo was rocking it last week. I think it got to like 59 million or 58 million or something like that. So, it's just kind of cooling off while everything else takes off.
Yeah, I agree. That's always a good way to put it. You got Moray, Memento Moray up 52%. I hate the name of this, but it is Casey. Casey likes weird shit, so there's another. But what do you think about this one? Up 52% on the week, sitting at a $24 million market cap.
This is doing exactly what I predicted. I said it's not going to go to zero. It's going to bounce around, kind of have a mid market cap. But after that initial hype, it was going to dump. And I said, but it'll always be in the conversation, but it's not going to be a top. And that's what's happening.
So, Cypher Genesis has pushed Memento Mori out. If I was going to force you to put either one of these two in a couple weeks, which one would you say is in, Cypher Genesis or Memento Mori?
Man, it really depends on if Butoshi can keep, grinding, which I think he will.
Yeah.
If I were to place a bet right now, I would say Cypher Genesis will be higher. But Memento Mori isn't going to drop out of the top 10 because, like I said, the Casey factor, and it was a direct deployment from him. I know Uncommon Goods was as well, but this one's a little bit more, has his fingerprints on it, in my opinion, because he talked about like what Inscription 0 is that what it was based off of, and so I think it will be in the top 10 still, but I do think Cypher Genesis probably is more aggressive in the next week.
Yeah, 100%. So this is parent-child. This is the only parent-child, rune that is to runes or ordinal 0 or ordinal inscription 0. So I think that's a big deal too. And I really didn't think about that until right now, that is kind of why that it will be in the top 10, because it is a parent-child to, ordinal 0.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin Bro Bear up 169%, sitting at a $9 million market cap. This one kind of came out of nowhere, kind of surprised both of us here. What do you think about Bitcoin Bro Bear?
So it's at 10.47 that I'm seeing. So you might need to refresh
I
there.
gotta
But
need a refresh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be one of those kind of, you know, tourist type of runes that launched and then went to 5 million and then went back down to 500,000, right? But it's really hard to tell unless like you are, you know, these people that are deploying the tokens, right? And there's just too many that deploy on a daily basis to really know unless you're just constantly in these discords, right? So, you know, congrats to the people that bought in early with Bitcoin Bro Bear. 2,097 holders. A little bit less than I'd like for a $10 million market cap, but you know, Cypher Genesis is only about double of that in holder count, but it's about what 4 times the market cap. So maybe it's not bad in terms of distribution. So it seems like it could be one that hangs around a bit, but we're going to see if this ends up becoming a based internet panda or psycho hamster and just constantly just hangs out between 1 to 10 million fluctuating.
Yeah, 100%. And then going down to Arsic Genesis Rune in the Ave spot. This one hasn't ran really at all. I mean, this has been
In a
running
while.
around between, well, I mean, ever really, right?
Oh,
So
no, it started. It was around like 130 to 150 million in the beginning.
Kind of came out that high though. It didn't ever really.
But
have
it maintained.
that
It maintained
push.
for like I
It
want to say like
maintained,
a month,
and
yeah.
then
And
you
then
know, then it down. I
yeah.
remember it being 17 sats, 12 sats, 9 sats, right? Got all the way down to about 2 sats. But why do you think this one hasn't really pushed into the hundreds of millions of dollars? This was, you know, this was the very first pre-rune, right? I mean, technically it could have been the first rune.
I think there was a lot of hype on Arsic, and
Yeah.
deservedly so, because like you said, not only was it the first pre-rune, but it was amazing how they did it, like from a technical perspective, right? Like not everybody was mining the same amount. You had more rare ones, and for that, like kind of to pull that off and it being the first, so you could say it was the first pre-rune, but also the most technical, right? So because of that, I think there was just so much hype. But again, I think a lot of people made a lot of money off of this, including the founders and creators. So when you make a lot of money and you get you kind of have like this entitlement, right? And so I'm not saying that the founders stop working or anything like that, because there's been some mumblings lately on my timeline that, you know, the developer helped also helped with Magic Eden try to figure out their ME token. And they've also helped with bridging, you know, pups over to runes and stuff like that. So there could be, you know, a bounce back here. It got listed on OKX, so it is on OKX, right? So that's a tier 1 exchange. People actually are not giving Arsic RuneCoin the credit on that, and we're like, well, which one's going to get a tier 1 exchange first? Well, RuneCoin did actually in the beginning. But the problem is after they got that listing, it was just like downhill from there. And we'll see if they come out with something. Someone said they've been working on a bridge and all this stuff. Well, we've been hearing all types of different rumors and stuff, and it's kind of like a show me bro at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we are about what 7-8 months since launch of this, and maybe 9-11 months since, you know, we first heard that they were building something, and the coin was just the first of the process, and they changed the name to Rune Coin, which make you think that's just a meme coin now. But you know, I don't know. I'm not bullish on this at all. I don't know. There's something a part of it I just don't like. I used to be bullish on it, but now we are in November and they still haven't even came out with a teaser of what they're building. We have no idea what they're building, or even if they're building at all. So
yeah, I think you need to check out our guy, man.
Who's that?
You know who our guy is? The guy with the most legitimate business.
Oh, Mr. Yen? Where's he at?
He's been booming. He's running. Whoa, I think
16 cents, up 29% on the day. Shout out to Mr. Yan. This guy, all he does is love his son. You know what? I was watching Liar Liar. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
At the end
Was
of the
he
movie,
in
he
it?
screams, no, but he screams, Jim Carrey screams, I love my son. I love my son. He goes up to a homeless guy and says, I love my son. And he just keeps yelling it. And then he goes, he like chases down an airplane on like one of those carts things. And he keeps screaming, I love my son. And I was like, this is where Mr. Yen got it from. Guys, go watch Liar Liar, especially the ending, the last probably like 10-15 minutes. Because Jim Carrey just yells, I love my son for like a half hour or 15 minutes or whatever it was. But
That's
it was a long time.
hilarious.
And I was like, yeah, we were watching it because my kids want to watch it. And I was like, oh, wow. But you don't let your kids watch that movie. There's a lot of, the 90s, bro, had a lot of sexual things going on in these movies. But it was, yeah, I was like, oh, wow. Now I kind of remember why I like this movie. But going on,
That's funny.
Uzi Guzmo up 13% there. Rex blockchain or Rex intelligence. This is something that who told us about that? Was it Maddie who told us? Someone told us about this one and was like, I'm
Yeah, it was
still holding
Maddie, I
it.
believe.
But up 281% on the week. We gotta have these guys on at least to find out what the hell Rex intelligence is.
Well, I think it's that Dante. I think
It is
he's
Dante, right?
behind,
Yeah.
I think he's behind this, but they said they were building like a layer 2 or something. I think he
Yeah.
came from Solana, so I don't know. Maybe he's trying to build like a Bitcoin layer 2 for Solana. I don't know, man. There's so much going on.
We got Seiko Hamster up 9%. Gently Fried Chicken. This is something I think you said it was a part of the puppets of 340.
Yeah.
How many puppet coins is there? Holy crap.
Infinity, indefinite amount. Like it's like literally, yeah. I mean, so the reason I don't know for a fact, I didn't hear from anybody that this is an actual puppets rune, but anytime I see that smiley face, like the two dots and then the drawing of the smiley face, and there's one on the end of the drumstick of this fried chicken, like I'm like puppets. That's puppets.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, that is true. I didn't even notice that until now, but it does. It has like a little fried smile on it for sure. Teku Wisdom. So that's one thing I want to ask you, right? Every single day, it feels like there's a new token. This one has a $38 million market cap. Where the F did this come from?
38 million, but look at the volume.
What it says.
I think that's important is to look at the volume because if there's not a lot of volume,
still a lot of volume though. I mean,
is it
800K?
Oh, yeah, that is a lot. Well, on a 7-day, do the 1 day. I want to just check to see. Like,
for instance, let's go to dog 14 million, and then Cypher's 5 million, 4 million, 3 million.
You can't compare dog.
I'm not comparing it, but I'm just saying, like, for where it is, it's 10% of dog, so it has 10% of the volume.
Yeah, but you have to think about it like this. How long has Tanuki Wisdom been out? Right? Is it?
I mean, it's over a week. It's because otherwise it would look like this. I have no idea. I have no idea about this. Guys, can you tell us? Oh, he said Bitmap Gallery said scam token 50% pre-mined.
Exactly. So 50% pre-mined. That means a lot of people aren't list. There's not a lot listed. They're holding it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same situation as Fehu, right? Like Fehu's not necessarily a scam, but like the reason why the market cap is so high is because 90% of it's taken out of exactly out of circulation. So
Skynet neutral AI 2.3. So with Butoshi's AI coin flying, is this one to get into? If you were looking at this, would you potentially, if you had some money on a sideline, would you potentially take a flyer on this one?
I would do research and see who the team is behind it. Do they have a website? Do they actually have an AI model? If they have those things, possibly, yeah. But I mean, if you look at the 24-hour volume, it has 609,000. So that's a pretty solid, number there. Let's look at the 7-day. 7-day is 769. So that means it's pretty new. Like really new. So it's probably launched yesterday, I imagine. So 769. So was it $160,000 in volume the day before, and then now it's 609,000. So it really depends, if there's an actual project there.
Yeah. Elias says Moray is the Chinese rune. You remember rats? I think we will see. That's Casey's rune. I don't.
Dude, rats. Rats
That's
freaking
different.
kills me. I made money on rats, but I could have made so much more. That was, you know how sometimes you look back and you tell me, you know, Yagobi, I got out of this way too early. Even though that was mine. Like rats was mine. And I wish I just held on maybe like just another like 2 weeks or a week and a half, and it would have been. It was a difference of almost 6 figures, like pretty much.
Yep. And then Elias says Teku Wisdom is an absolute scam. Okay. Thank you guys for letting us know, because I was not aware. It came out of nowhere. I mean, I should have probably guessed that it was a scam though, because I've never seen it before. And then all of a sudden it is up, 448%. So stay away from this one, guys. I trust Elias when he says Chinese scam. He says Chinese or Cheens start at buying the dip. It's first rune they can identify with. Is it though? I don't know. I don't know if we have the East in these markets. Do you think the East are in these markets? When I search a rune on X, I see no Chinese lettering.
They'll come. They'll come, especially if the pump is here. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They will come. And there's probably like a lot more than we think. They just, don't talk about it as much, probably because, yeah. So, but they'll come because liquidity will be here and stuff like that. So
yeah, 100%. But we have a weekly meeting with some of our partners and stuff, and one of them was telling us that a lot of the Chinese are trading Solana meme coins, right? So I guess it's just a matter of time before they come back to Bitcoin, because they were here trading BRC20s for sure. Pappy says also Leonidas PFP favorite ETH OG collection. Yeah, he said something about Bitcoin skulls. It's the OG rune from Crypto Skulls, ETH OG. What is this about?
So Leonidas actually, remember Crypto Skulls? He has that PFP.
Yeah.
So that one's interesting. I want to look that one up actually and see what that looks like.
Yep. I think that's all from the runes here. Let's take a look at the collections if you still have time, Yagobi. So the puppets are down 9%, but then you have the node monkeys down as well 2%, but the runestones are up 13%. Do you think runestones are up to kind of work this next coin?
I mean,
this next meme coin from Leonidas?
So Leonidas cannot launch this next one until Dog has crossed over 1 billion. Actually, I would wait until Dog got listed on a centralized exchange, like a tier 1, like a spot listing on a tier 1. Then I would, but I think people are anticipating it, right? Look, the positive energy is back with Dog. Like it's there. Like you can see kind of like the finish line, which not the finish line, but for this next milestone of getting past 1 billion, they can see it. It's right there. It's like jogging that last, like, I don't know, quarter mile in a marathon or whatever, right? Like you see it. And so I think that's where we are from a mentality with Dog and runes. And so people are prepping with the runestone side. I that's what I'm taking from this.
Yeah. I agree with that. And people are speculating, right? That's what we do in these markets. We speculate, and they're speculating that this token's going to come out. If you had to guess, let's just say Leonidas does another airdrop. First off, where is that money coming for that airdrop? Because last time we know that it was a donation from a lot of big crypto people. We know Jeff was one of the people donated. We know that the original runestone was sold to what was it? Psyop, right? The guys of the Lobo, the Wolf Pup guys. Buoyant Capital.
Name? Yeah, Buoyant.
So they and that's kind of how they got the airdrop money. Where is Leonidas going to get this this airdrop money from?
He'll find it.
Cost like 100.
He'll find it. Yeah, I feel like he'll find it. Especially like heading into this, like Dog getting listed on tier 1 exchange, being past $1 billion market cap. By the way, Bitcoin's at 93,002, around 93,200. So we are moving on up. Yeah, but anyways, back to that. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have a hard time raising that for the airdrop, and because I think the people that do donate to it realize that they're probably gonna make their money back and then some. I don't know. We'll see.
What's the all-time high? All-time high in Bitcoin is 93.5. So we're I mean,
yeah,
we're just
we were there. We were knocking on the door there.
I'm
but
seeing
we didn't-
93,439 for the
All-time
all-time high.
Yeah, probably around there. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, dude. We could see 96,000. I mean, potentially today.
Tonight.
That'd be pretty insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we
That'd
know
be
once it hits like a new all-time high, it likes to run continuously. So
100%. All right, let's take a quick look at what's going on here. Any big movers or shakers? Based Angels up 7%, and then we have Bitmaps sitting at 0.0061. Is Bitmaps a buy, Yagobi, right now, especially with the token potentially getting listed on exchanges?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, for sure. But again, that doesn't mean that next week it's going to jump up, 30%. You just got to be patient. Bitmap's a patience
Yeah.
thing. But I'll tell you this one thing. What I learned about the Bitmap community is that they don't go away. They don't go away. They are here. They're in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? And you constantly still see spaces ran with Bitmap people, whether they're complaining or not, I don't know, but they're still in there, running them, they're building. And so I think that if anything, we're going to see a Bitmap narrative win the cycle. Where it goes from after that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I also think that Bitmap can get back to an all-time high, which is really weird because if you would ask me last week, I kind of said I kind of was bearish on Bitmap. So, but that's the thing. If you're not willing to change your mind on assets, you're never going to make it, because with new information comes potentially more bullishness or more bearishness. And for me, I'm definitely getting a little bit more bullish every single day on Bitmap, just for the fact that 10,000 tokens is being backed by a Bitmap. Right. So that's huge. And these guys, I mean, we had Jeff on in January, and he basically told us these guys are not going to go to Magic Eden and buy 20 Bitmaps at a time. They're not going to do it, but they
Not
will
the
go
whales, yeah.
to a DEX or an exchange and buy millions of dollars in tokens to get exposure. So
Yeah.
do you think this happens if it gets listed on an exchange?
Well, like here's the thing is that I think if let's say the Bitmap token really takes off, right? And then people are trading it like on perps and perpetual future contracts and leverage and all that stuff. That's a whole nother game, right? So you in a bull market, you're pushing that price and demand up. So I do think for the overall health of the Bitmap asset itself, that bridge between Bitcoin and Merlin would have to open up though. So let's say like it's $140 million market cap right now, the Bitmap token, right? And that's just the small amount of trading that's happening on Merlin right now. So let's say it gets added to like a large exchange, let's say something like, let's say OKX, since there's a relationship already established between the chain there. And then now they have perps for the Bitmap token. Now, like demand for Bitmaps has gone up, but unless that bridge is open, the demand's going to remain on Merlin for the Bitmaps that are there. And once they get transformed into tokens, they're in a wallet like on Unicross that's locked up for back and forth, because you can also do 10,000 Bitmap tokens to get your Bitmap back, right?
Yeah.
So I do think that bridge has to open, and if it opens, like I do think that this entire like idea and system of trading Bitmap as a token will propel the floor of Bitmaps tremendously. And that's just that part. That's why I'm bullish on the future of Bitmaps, because then you have like other aspects like building it, the builder economy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree. Let me ask you about this one. Airhead Whale Pass. Is this legit? Did I miss an announcement? Like, what is going on with this? We are seeing 0.26 in volume. What is this all about?
Well, I think that's
we need
the
to
Whale
research
Pass.
this.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
official?
the
The
one.
official Whale Pass. So if I buy this, I'll be guaranteed one of these airheads.
I mean, I assume, how much are they?
0.69.
0.06. 0.69 or 0.069?
Oh, it's 0.069. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So I wouldn't think Magic Eden would put these on their site if it wasn't legit, right? Now I know that people have
that's true
stuff before, but I just think that like at that price they would do some research, right? So this is basically the pass for you to just get a chance to actually mint the fat heads, or what is it called?
Yeah.
Airheads. Yeah, the airheads. So I think they lost
being bought up.
They lost a little steam though. Because remember their marketing pitch was really strong, and then you have Arthur Hayes that's behind it, but it's not anything that they can't get back, conjure back up, right? They can do that really quick because of the market that we're in. So Bitmap Gallery says it's legit. So this well pass is legit. So I mean 0.069, that's not too bad. It's like 2 frogs right now. But
that's not bad at all. I mean, this can go to 0.1, 0.2, but how much is 0.1, 0.2? Is 0.2 $200,000? You know what I mean? Like in the future, that's like a lot of money.
Yeah, in the not close future.
I'm just saying,
200,000. That means like
dude,
20%.
If people,
Bitcoin,
if nation states are printing money, I mean, we could get there by May.
Yeah, but that's $1 million Bitcoin.
I mean, that's only a $10 trillion asset. Gold 17. I mean, it's possible.
Not by May. But it might be worth it. Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. I think that is our show for you guys today. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. 431 people turning up here. Appreciate every single one of you guys, man.
Yep. Y'all are paying attention, and that's great because it's really, really important. And we're still really early, in my opinion, to this cycle. But guys, we just want to thank you guys for supporting us and watching us. Without you guys, we could not do this, and we hope that each and every one of you guys took something from our live stream today and learned something new. That is our goal every day. And if you wouldn't mind, you have some extra time, please check out our partners. We'll start off with Emblem Vault, which they had a space actually running a little earlier. Those guys are amazing. You got Jake Gallen, the CEO, Adam McBride in charge of marketing and branding. Emblem's going to play a huge role, in my opinion, in the Bitcoin ecosystem because they are going to be the interoperability tool and service. You're going to be able to jump an ordinal is the action that they have come up with from Bitcoin to Merlin chain in one gas transaction. They utilize the LIT protocol. So if you have time, check out emblem.vision to check out what they are building there. We think they're going to be huge in terms of bringing over assets to different chains and vice versa. You can bring a ape from Ethereum to Bitcoin. So check those guys out. BetBTC is a predictions market that's dominating the Bitcoin ecosystem right now with predictions markets. They have tons of Bitcoin related markets out there. Dog go to the moon. Will it be listed on centralized exchange tier 1 before the next year? Shizzy thinks no or yes. But there's a lot of people that think no, so that might be an interesting one to check out. You can check them out, betbtc.win. You can actually deposit directly from your Xverse wallet, so you don't have to leave that. So check them out. And then BitPerp is a perpetual leverage DEX for the Bitcoin ecosystem. Currently, they are under maintenance, but they're going to be live on B Squared, CoreDAO, BitLayer, and Botonics, which are all Bitcoin layer 2s. And it should be at least by the end of Q4. So check them out. If you did participate in the paper trading competition, if you made one transaction with a new wallet, then you qualify for their raffle to win 5,000 BTP tokens. So make sure you're paying attention to their X account there. You can visit them at bitperp.io. Also check out Ordinal Hive, which is an aggregator ordinal marketplace. They're building on Bitcoin layer 1 as well as Merlin chain Bitcoin layer 2. One of the best features for them is you're going to be able to find the cheapest ordinal because they're an aggregator. Also, they have amazing trader tools on there. So you can see analytics of what's been hot, what's not, you see a trend of a certain ordinal trading on secondary, get in before the pump happens and then get out before it ends. You can check them out at beta.ordinalhive.io. If you don't have access to them, reach out to their Discord, let them know you want to have access to their beta site. They will give you access. You can also earn points by listing, buying, and selling there, and you can utilize those points for future reward. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it, but probably something similar to Blur. And then you have Fluid tokens, which huge innovators. They are innovating on Bitcoin layer 1 right now. They are very, very proficient UTXO devs that came over from Cardano, still building on Cardano, but they're also building the bridge from Cardano to Bitcoin and vice versa. Check out their Bitcoin staking vaults on layer 1. If you're a builder of an ordinal collection and you want your members to be able, or your holders to be able to benefit from staking the asset, you can earn rewards. You can set up a room reward. They'll set it to a certain block height with block lock technology. Reach out to Raul, which is the CTO there, or reach out to us. We'll get you connected. And then Foxy, we just went over them. They're also building on Bitcoin layer 1 with the TAP ecosystem. If you have a Bitminer, please don't forget to maintenance your Bitminer, but also to get your lightsaber block drop. That should be happening in the next week or so. We'll give you guys further information, and stay tuned for the Saturday morning stream. If we decide to do that to the public, we'll let you guys know. Also, our collaboration with them on the Satoshi Snipers, the BRC 420 that you'll be able to use in the clan war. So check out Foxy, guys. And then lastly, Merlin Chain, your #1 scaling solution for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocols. If you are a builder and you want your protocol to be more flexible from just the limitations of Bitcoin, you can build on Merlin Chain. They have amazing grants that you can apply for and actually get accepted to. Ordinal Hive and Emblem Vault both did. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. They have amazing builder support there with their CTO and his team. So check out Merlin Chain if you're a builder and you want to be on a more flexible chain. And then also if you're a user and you want to trade your bitmaps into bitmap token, or you just want to swap for the doggo to the moon in a more Uniswap environment, you can do that on merlinswap.org. So check that out as well. And we thank you guys so much for checking out our partners.
Yep. And if you guys wouldn't mind checking ordinalrevolution.com, we have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone entering the space, please send them our website. We really feel like it can help them get started and get caught up to exactly where we're at today. And if you guys looking for a VPN with the Magic Eden airdrop, they are blocking US participants, so you will need a VPN. So that is not your country that is blocking you. That is the website. Screw them. Use a VPN and use our 70% off coupon right here. And if you guys are going to Bitcoin 2025 Las Vegas, we will both be there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. But do not wait till next year to get your tickets. As the event gets closer, the prices will go up. It's all about supply and demand. Right now, there's tons of supply, so demand is low. So do that now, guys. Get your tickets as soon as possible. And if you guys are looking for merch, we have some of the cleanest merch in all of Ordinals, all of crypto, really. We had someone yesterday was like really impressed by our stuff here, but just we added a whole bunch of new stuff. If you go to view all, and then you can kind of search by what you're kind of looking for, whether it be hoodies, hats, or whatever. So, but the hoodies are here, and my personal favorite hoodie is Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks hoodie. I'm probably going to purchase one of these. I don't know why. I really like that saying. Obviously, that is in the Genesis block of Bitcoin. So that term right there. And then we are all Satoshi. We got your memento memore. We got your Puka. We got your Gizmo. We got your $1 billion cat. Your Goosenals. I have a 401b. And then Node Monkeys, of course, and so much other guys. Oh, got the hamster. So check out ordinalrevolution.com, guys. Thank you so much. And guys, we're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. Man, really appreciate 443 people. And on that note, see you guys tomorrow.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit found fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.